Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bardic Inspiration, the first Bardic Inspiration of the new year. I am joined today, as always, by the talent of Bardic Inspiration, Mr. Jason Charles Miller. Welcome.
That's, talent is relative, I guess. Relative term. It's, you know, aspiring talent? I don't know. High.
Well, you put some work into something that you happen to be very, very good at.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I pretend that I'm good at it. We'll see.
Well, earlier I was looking at your website.
You're getting really good at it.
Well, I'm faking it. But I was looking at your website and just kind of trying to read up on the projects that you're doing these days. Because, there's been a shift in live performance across the board, and so people are doing all these different things. And you're in every video game, and you've co-written with Paul Anka is the one that stood out to me. I was like, really?
Yeah. I mean, that was just a one-time thing, but it was still great to co-write with a legend like that.
Yeah, that's super cool.
My Way for Frank Sinatra. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Ricky from Lynyrd Skynyrd, all kinds of cool just voice work.
Yes, people think that's pretty cool.
And lots of other cool stuff too. So I don't know. I think that's impressive. I think it's awesome.
Was I able to announce that I had 3 songs in Cyberpunk before we ended? I couldn't remember.
God, I think so. Yeah, because
I think our last episode was the 16th.
Yeah, I think we talked about it because you did the songs as Rezo Drone, and you had somebody helping, somebody you were collaborating with, whose name I'm forgetting right now.
Oh, Jameson Boaz, yeah.
Yeah.
Garahar says that Paul Anka was just on The Masked Singer. Was he one of the singers?
That would have been a trip.
That's cool. The thing that people don't realize about Paul, like he's my buddy or something, but he was the first teen idol ever. He was the first Justin Bieber. His song "Put Your Head on My Shoulders" came out when he was, I think, 14. So he's so much younger than everybody else from his generation. Yeah. That's why he's still out there performing and doing great.
I had no idea he was still around, actually.
He is, yeah. I mean, when I wrote with him, it was because he was managing an artist that I was writing with, and then he came to the writing session, and we all wrote together. But that was just a little bit intimidating.
I would think, yeah. It's you started this a while ago. You've got some credits to your name. Yeah.
He was Broccoli. Okay.
Broccoli on The Masked Singer. Oh. I wonder though, when someone like Paul Anka does The Masked Singer, does anybody know that it's him right away? Do you hear his voice? You're like, that's Paul Anka, or does it just not cross your mind?
Right, exactly. I wonder. He probably got pretty far.
I would hope so. Anyways, it's been a while. I'm gonna dust off my shirt, and I don't have a Bardic Inspiration shirt because we haven't made one, but I have the D&D Extra Life one with the rainbow fire, which is
cool because I'm also wearing a rainbow shirt. It's just a random shirt I found.
These aren't coordinated, people. This is just we're on the same page.
No, we're just on the rainbow bridge right now. So this is a cowboy cat riding a shark in space, puking rainbows.
That's pretty elaborate. This is just a rainbow dragon, I guess.
No, I love that. I think we're green now, or at least we are in my Zoom call.
Yeah. Well, it's showing up good over here.
What's that?
It's showing up good over here. I've seen that green glitch a few times, but it's not happening to me right now.
Yeah, it's green to me, but as long as we're good on the air. Yeah. I love that dragon shirt. I've got one too. One too. They sent me one.
I liked the one they did the year before with the rainbow ampersand, but I like this one a lot more. It's just a cool shirt.
Hi, Obo Lauren, what's happening? I don't have that one. I think they were out of my size by the time they got to me. So.
It happens. I'm just glad that people are supporting charity. It's something that you want to do, but you're not always able to. And the last year has been a challenging one for a lot of folks. So,
yeah.
Anyways, we had the beyond Paul Anka. I mean, who's that guy? We got to write with Ed Greenwood.
Ed Greenwood.
Last episode, who gave us a poem that he'd written about Elminster 45 years ago, 50 years ago, or something.
Oh, yeah, 1976.
76. So yeah, 45 years ago, and helped us to write the elucidation of Elminster. And in keeping with tradition, I think we should kick off the episode today with reprising that song. But at the same time, dear audience, as you can tell, there is no chosen character for today's show. But as you could also probably tell from the
Dylan didn't want to make a graphic. But
I made 2 full sets of graphics. Thank you.
Oh, okay. It means Dylan wanted to make 2 graphics.
Yeah. The code is Artemis and Jarlaxle. So I ask you, starting a poll now for the next couple of minutes, who is the better antagonist? And and then we'll move forward from there after the song.
Yeah. And I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to you being green. Because usually
I can try and talk like Kermit.
Usually, yeah. Hello, it's not easy being green.
It's not easy being green.
Usually that glitch only lasts for like a second. I wonder if, but oh well. I mean, I'll deal with it, right?
I bet it's distracting though.
Super distracting. Oh, okay. Here's what I did. I refreshed it, and you're not green anymore. Like I
perfect.
To my screen for a second, then unpinned you.
Oh, is that what it is? That's weird.
And now we're good.
I'm gonna let people know that, because if that worked for you, I was also thinking that I could use these different colored filters and I could filter green light onto me. Anyways, I'm gonna mute myself in favor of the music.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea. But hey, unmute yourself, man, for 1 second.
Oh,
wow! When you here's what's crazy. When you unmuted yourself, your screen went green again.
Oh,
and I didn't mean to. Make that happen. But now I switched it to speaker view and then back to gallery view, and now you're not green anymore.
So I wonder
why.
That is so weird. It's funny is because this must be a relatively new bug, because I've seen a number of streams lately where people are like, why is so and so green, and then everybody else is like, they're not.
They're not green.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I feel stupid.
Yeah.
No, but I just wanted to say I missed you over our break. And I'm glad we're back.
Thank you.
More.
Yeah, me too. It's I mean, like it's been so busy of late, but this is a highlight for my week every week for sure. Doing something, helping to create something. I like participating in a creation process a lot, and some of our songs are so good.
And it's gone from like being kind of pressureful to actually being like comfortable.
Yes.
I mean, like it's gone from like, oh god, we gotta to like, okay, we're just gonna do this and we know what we're doing, and it's been a real joy to sort of have that transformation,
It's comfortable. I mean, we're 20 songs down. There's an infinite number on the horizon.
And writing songs this fast, we have to make so many split decisions, right?
Yep.
Like it forces your hand to not overthink anything, and we get results that we might have overthought before. It's a good thing. But anyway, if you remember when we were writing with Ed, half of the comments in chat weren't necessarily like they usually are, which is helping with the song. They were like, holy crap, it's Ed Greenwood.
Yeah.
Like those were half the comments.
Yeah.
Were just
Yeah.
Greenwood.
Oh my god, it's actually him. Yeah.
Which, by the way, we were thinking that inside our brains, believe
Oh
me.
yeah. Going to the Stream of Many Eyes was like that. It's like there's Ed Greenwood. dressed as Elminster, sitting at a table in the yawning portal. Then you
Yeah,
pinch
that's
yourself. You're like, no, no, this is happening. This is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that's all I wanted to say. So here comes.
No worries. Alrighty. Quietening Dylan.
Here we go. What did we end up calling it again? The what of Elminster?
The Elucidation of Elminster.
Elucidation of Elminster.
So named by Ed. Yeah.
Yeah. Elucidation. That's not a word you use every day. Okay. Here we go. It was on the day the dragon came. I saw him standing there, being as long as sages made, growing long white hair.
Oh, that was great. And the sound came through really nice, oh, that was
Oh,
good too.
good.
Yeah.
We've got one of those. We've got one of those good sound days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hopefully.
One of them good Zoom calls with the green people and the nice sound.
Right. Hey, I'll take green over bad sound any day.
And so we have a winner. Jarlaxle Baenre is apparently who we were doing a song about.
All right.
Let's delete this part that says Artemis and Trary. Eh.
See the graphic.
Yeah, it's there on screen.
Graphic.
Yeah.
Ooh. I remember Jarlaxle.
Yeah, yeah. He's an interesting character. He like kind of started out as more of a bad guy and has become an anti-hero, antagonistic presence since. But sometimes heroic. Yeah. I actually am sort of really short, funny story. I'm DMing a Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign that's been going for a long time because the party has ADD and they don't. Well, that's unfair. The party gets distracted easily and does every side quest rather than trying to pursue their main goals.
Sure. They're
And
completists.
kind of, it's like I'm one of those DMs who, if you go somewhere and something else is there, I will describe the whole scene. And so if they find something else interesting that isn't necessarily the direct thing that they were there for, they'll pursue that instead. And in order to snap them out of it, I had Jarlaxle rob them, but rob them in disguise, so he didn't look like Jarlaxle when he robbed them, and gave him a really obnoxious French accent, and they hated him so much immediately that they immediately like basically went after him, saw that he like went out to his boat in the middle of the harbor in Waterdeep, and found a way to sneak out there and sneak onto the boat. And even though I was dropping hints that like, yeah, the crew, they all look like humans, but they speak Elvish with an accent, and they're like, huh, whatever, and they just kept going. And they busted into his quarters and tried to attack him, and none of them could land a hit on him because his AC is like 24.
Well,
and he
it's
just
like
beat the
level
pants off them.
17, right?
He's like a CR 15 or 16, and they are level 6 or 7, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, he just beat the pants off them so brutally, which made them hate him even more, which is actually pretty great. But it also redirected them more onto the right track for the narrative. So, feels like a win as a DM. I'm like, hey, they're doing the thing they're supposed to do.
Well, I just found a quote from probably one of R.A. Salvatore's books, who we're still trying to get on this show.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah,
That would be awesome to get him. Hopefully the timing works out one day. Anyway, who is this maestro, this puppet master, pulling the strings of so many marionettes? Who is this maestro turning the wheels of Faerun, playing the music of fate to the ears of all who would listen?
Ah. I'm looking at that same quote from Dritz. Yeah.
Yeah, puppet master would be a great sort of puppet master would be a great chorus or title of the song, don't you think?
Yeah. This maestro, this puppet master, pulling the strings of so many marionettes. I dig it. That seems like a good direction.
Yeah, that's like a great way to start.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of.
So what kind of song are you feeling for this?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about genre just yet, but I'm thinking like mysterious sounding, kind of, you know, dark, a lot of minor chords. Right? Yeah, I want to do bad things to you, nefarious. That's all you're thinking. I want to do bad things to you. Let me think. Is it dark or is he more mischievous? You know, is he more of a is he more of a trickster?
You know, it's a good question. So, like, he just seems to be very, very comfortable manipulating and multitasking on a massive scale to achieve whatever it is he's interested in at the time. But the actual wealth and prestige of it is not something he cares about.
But he does care about the. So he's basically like. Sorry, say that again. He doesn't care about the prestige or the wealth, but what does he care about?
I mean, he seems to care very much about whatever his goal of the moment is. Just kind of expending so many, not even resources. That's a better. Somebody in chat sums it up better. He likes to play the game and win.
Right. So he's almost in. He's in it for the joy of the game. For the. But if Drizzt called him a puppet master, he enjoys the joy of the game, but he also enjoys controlling the game. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of how Tyrion Lannister thought he played the Game of Thrones.
He still survived, I guess.
He did, actually. All of his enemies did end up dying, but yeah.
Should it be from his point of view, or is it about him from somebody else's point?
Well, that's a good question.
Master of Chaos, that's another good thing.
Yeah. He's he capitalizes on chaos for sure. You know, he's also like, I mean, as much as he's a rogue, he's the definition of a swashbuckler or even like a bard-like personality in that he is extremely flirty and, you know, will take it as far as it'll go with whoever he feels like flirting with, or whatever he feels like flirting with, since apparently he does sometimes sleep with dragons.
In dragon form?
You know, I don't know. I haven't read the books. I'm pretty sure he's born to a prominent house in Menzoberranzan as well, but, you know, being male, he couldn't be the most important part of that house.
Puppet Master of Chaos.
Yeah. And his boots are made for kicking whatever is in his way. Something that somebody wrote in chat.
Yeah. Whatever's in my way. My boots are Bye, Lauren.
Yeah. I think yeah, sleeps with dragons. Are you sure he's not a bard? I mean, he's not a bard. He just he plays people, not instruments.
Mm. We need an opening line to get started. Let's see. I kind of like the sort of bounciness of it that gives it a little bit of like mirth to the idea, you know, like So it's like we can do it in 4/4, but each verse has 3 parts instead of 4. To give it like a.
Oh, that's an interesting point that Garwar makes. It would need to be a pirate-style song because it would be sung in Luskan, but nobody in Menzo Berenzin would ever sing about him. I mean, he is the secret lord of Luskan, right? That poor
Is he
town.
really?
Yeah, yeah,
Secret Lord of Luskan.
yeah. He, oh God, somebody's like a sea shanty, which is funny given what's been happening lately.
Right. I mean, sort of, but I don't want to do it exactly that. Right. What rhymes with Luskan?
Anything with an in or an an on the end, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Luskan. Luskan with an A. An Irish brogue. Oh no. Buskin, Lustin.
Yeah, not a lot actually. I mean, we can do near rhymes, of course. Dustin, Struckin, Buckskin, Frumpkin,
Frumpkin.
Duncan, Tough Skin, Thick Skin, of course. Bustin', yeah, like, I don't know, the chorus could be like, he's the secret lord of Luskan. Yeah, with his in your side. He's the secret lord of Luskan. In your side, his thord will be thrust in. Our Green Paradox said thrust in. Is it okay if I write that down?
Yeah, no, that's good. I was just I'm trying to read some of his other history as consolidated by the folks who manage the Forgotten Realms wikis. You know, this is where, you know, if I'd known 25 years ago that I'd be doing this, I would have been reading Forgotten Realms novels instead of Dragonlance novels. But at the same time, I'm pretty excited that there's more Dragonlance novels coming out.
There are?
They announced it yesterday. There was a press release that Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman released about the whatever disagreements they had with Wizards had been resolved, and they are moving forward with a new trilogy of Dragonlance novels. And I'm pretty sure that it also said that they're using the classic characters, but I might be misremembering that. That might just be what I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. Raceland's back.
What, more Dragonlance novels? Yeah. 3 more books, a new trilogy from the original creators, so that'll be cool.
So you know what that means? That means eventually Untitled Champions will have some Dragonlance characters.
Oh, I don't think they'll ever let us do that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, they need... I think because we're so closely tied to 5e that there's been a pretty specific focus on the Sword Coast, and like we can get away with veering away from that a bit here and there, but until they, go all in on like Planescape or Sigil or something with 5e, and like they really kind of open the doors to everything, I think it's tough to make a case to include characters from other settings. Even when some of them like to just move through those settings of their own volition, like Elminster and Mordenkainen.
All right, he's the secret lord of Luskan, and your side his sword will be thrust in. No. If we can find 4 Ruskin rhymes, it's going to be a miracle. But I think we can do it.
Yeah, that's a challenging one.
Yeah, you know what though? This is episode 21. We're up for the challenge, are we not?
Mm-hmm. Yep, not at all rusty from not doing this in like 2 months.
Nope, not at all. We're gonna do it.
Let's see. I'm just reading through historical stuff for him, kind of like I did with Bruner. And he's done a lot of stuff. It's one of those things where it gets difficult to try and pick some parts to focus on.
I think I have a third line. He's the secret Lord of Luskan. In your side, his thought will be thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. Another off skin rhyme.
What about Trustin?
Oh, I got it. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. Or
yeah, there you go. Frankie L. Liga. You'd be a fool to trust him.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about your wounds, your scabs will be crusting, but I like to trust him a bit. But that was kind of a joke. So you'd be a fool to trust him. Let's see. Trust him. Trust him. I want it to be almost poetic, like he who be it the fool who like the fool is he who trusts him, or something, like some sort of poem, a warning. But sounds more like a little more old English or something, or more in medieval speak.
Huh. Even his own mother checks her pockets after hugging.
Right, a fool, exactly, Garahar. Oh, even better. Dare be it the fool to trust him, something like that. Dreadfully despised. That's good. Was a fool that dareth trust him, right? Or the fool who dares to beware. How about beware the fool who dares to trust him?
Is that too long for our last line there?
No. Beware the fool who dares to trust him.
Oh, fair enough.
He's a secret Lord of Luskan. In your side, his thought will be thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. Beware the fool who trusts him. All right, I think we got. So beware to the fool. So beware to the fool who trusts him. That'd probably even fit better. So beware to the fool. Oh, beware to the fool who trusts him.
Okay.
You're not convinced? Now we can kind of get to the verses.
You know, we could be so beware any fool who trusts him.
I do like dare though. I wonder if we can fit that in there. I like so beware to any fool who trusts him is good too. Well, beware to any fool who trusts him. Beware to any fool that trusts him.
Yeah, that sounds like it flows better. So beware any fool who trusts him. In my tone-deaf monotone.
Is it who trusts him or that trusts him? Any fool that trusts him. Dares trust. Oh, so beware any fool dare. How about beware any fool dare they trust him? So beware any fool dare they trust him. It fit. I mean, we can make it fit.
Beware any fool dares trust him. Any fool who dares trust him. So beware any fool who trusts him.
So beware any fool dare they trust him. Try that.
Yeah, it just sounds like the meaning gets jumbled when we do it that way.
Fair.
Whereas so beware any fool who trusts him seems like a good warning.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a chorus too, right?
Yeah, I think that's the chorus.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the chord notes next to it.
He's a secret lord of Luskan. Yeah, it's funny. I wouldn't say that I'm somebody who can sing because I'm not. But I did notice that after having a child, that you quickly remember children's songs from your youth and learn how to sing them all the time. Like, I don't think there's a time that I've put my daughter to bed where I haven't had to sing Baby Beluga at least once.
Baby Beluga? I don't know that one.
It's a children's song by Raffi. Do you know who Raffi is?
Sure, Raffi.
Yeah. Actually, funny aside, I did an event with Raffi about 10 years ago and met him. We couldn't. We were trying to get him to swear or something, and he wouldn't. He's like, I can't. He's like, could you imagine what would happen if somebody recorded me swearing and it went online? He's like, no. And I was like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his brand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Although, the dad from the actor that plays the dad on Full House.
Oh, God, why am I forgetting his name? I can picture him, but I can't remember his name.
He does his stand-up. He's like super.
Bob Saget.
Yeah, apparently his stand-up is super.
He is vulgar. Yeah, to put it mildly, he is vulgar. And I remember seeing an interview with him where he talked about how part of his vulgarity is a response to how he had to play Danny Tanner on that show.
Okay.
He's just like, yeah, he's like, I needed to get it out.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, man.
How's it going, Star Chaser? It's good to see a lot of people that we haven't seen in a
Yeah. Shout outs to Supply Garwar, Star Chaser, Our Green Paradox. Who else is here that we see a lot of? Because I know that Nefarious, of course, Trontonian, Cassius.
Yep.
Idle Cronus is a good name. I don't know if Idle Cronus is new or not, but it's a good name. And apologies if I didn't call you out. Like, I just haven't looked enough at chat. I kind of like look back and forth. I'm looking at 5 things. Well, you know, gotta stay on top of it. Streaming is multitasking. Idle Cronus says he's new. Well, welcome, Idle Cronus.
Welcome, Idle.
Yeah, and if you have suggestions for lines, you know,
that's what the show's all about, right? We're writing these songs together.
Yeah, go for it. Every once in a while, we get suggestions for notes too, but those are far more rare.
Often, but we do.
Yeah,
like, oh, try this note.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my god, that's actually really good.
Yeah. Oh man, Star Chaser. I'm chilling after shoveling snow. I need the community. Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
Man, so I mean, where I live in Canada is a place where it basically doesn't snow. We get a couple inches a year at the most. Um, Whereas lots of Canada gets real snow. But I remember growing up early and shoveling snow, and man, do not miss.
Oh, Garhar made a really good point, and I think that's how we should start the song off. We need a section about his items, his boots, his bracelets, his feather in his hat, his eye patch.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
should describe him. That's how the song should start. You know, so
He
think
wears a
about
purple
that.
hat with a feather in the cap.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of thing.
Babylonian Ranger, doesn't matter. No one is gonna come after you.
Yeah, I haven't read the books either. Babylon Ranger. Yeah, like I said, read Dragonlance instead. It seemed like you're choosing one or the other. It's like, are you reading this series of 50 books, or are you reading this series of 50 books? And I was like, I guess this one, because I have a bunch of them, or whatever, or at least I used to. But yeah, his like wide brimmed purple hat has been well described and well shown in many things. It's a magic item. Or no, the feather in it's a magic item.
Callus T29. I read them all.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. So what else? Yeah, the other thing is that he's kind of a Jarlaxle, as one would expect, is a bit of a cheater. He's attuned to like 5 or 6 magic items at a time, which
Is
is
that even legal?
no. He has his own unique. I am Jarlaxle. He gets this unique thing where he has, 5 magic items he's attuned to in the Waterdeep Dragon Heist book, on top of having like best possible everything, like his +3 rapier and his +3 armor and his all that stuff. So
That's a pretty cool feat, I'd say. Pretty cool power.
yeah, it's real good. Ultimately, the thing that he did to bribe my players was he offered them like treasure to do what he wanted. Like he's like, look, I'm going to co-opt your adventure and steal all this money that you were going for. Basically, is what he tells them. He's like, you're going to give it away to this person. Because it'll do me a favor. But I will offer you some of my stuff in return. And like the rogue is like, some of his stuff, eh? Yep.
What stuff might that be, sir?
Yeah. There's no way he's not going to let them look in his vault, but he'll be like, what are you interested in? And he'll be like, let me go check to see what I have, and just come back with something amazing. Because the dude's wealthy as heck. I mean, he's got a submarine. The Scarlet Marpenoth. And for those who don't know, Marpenoth is October on the Faerunian calendar, making it the Red October submarine.
Would you say his purple hat is festive? What could be a good 2-syllable word to describe his hat? Because the first line could be like, you'd know him from his eye patch to his something purple hat.
To his ostentatious hat?
Oh, that's even better.
Eye patch and an ostentatious hat.
Oh my god, no, I didn't. I was like, did I really spell ostentatious right on my first try? No.
Bing.
Oops. Alright, you did it. That...
Love it when I can just click a mouse button and it's like, boom, fixes the spelling. It's like, yes. Mm-hmm. I did that.
You did, but I was going to do it, and then since you did it, it freaked out and reloaded the whole page, so then I was back at... Rumor Battlehammer. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, God, that's page 1. That's like 40 pages back.
Mm-hmm. You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. Little bits of that. Yeah. You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. Here's what else we got.
His wardrobe is in purple.
Every tavern and alleyway whispers of the dark elf's way. That's good. His wardrobe is in purple and his da-da-da-da-da. I think we can find something that rhymes with hat. Call me crazy.
Yeah, it's funny that they have this list here of all the magic items he's been known to have. It's like a ring of truth-telling, a cloak of invisibility, a ring of teleport, a ring that creates illusions, a ring of arbitration, a pair of boots that can silence sound, a brooch of shielding.
Dreadfully despised Angarhart.
His wardrobe is in purple and he prowls just like a cat.
Yeah. Dreadfully despised says moves sly like a cat.
Ooh, that's even better.
Wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. I like prowls too, but I think prowls sly is probably too much.
Prowls sly is that singable?
His eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. So one more at rhyme, I think, because I'm doing this weird sort of verse where it's like 3 sections.
Huh. The daggers from his eyes are as sharp as his ensorcelled steel. That's intense. He also has an unlimited number of magical daggers he throws. Yes, I was aware of that one. He's got this like bracer that makes magic daggers. What? I was describing that to my players as he was beating the pants off them because like turn 1, he downs their healer in 3 hits, and then he gets legendary action, so he like moves away, and like
how many attacks does he have?
He gets 3.
So he can throw 3 magical daggers and just keep throwing.
Or attack with his rapier, which is just, and he also gets sneak attack. They didn't land a hit on him. He was like in an illusion spell, so he looked like Zardoz Zord, the alias that he uses in the Waterdeep thing, and because they never landed a hit on him, it never made the illusion fade. So they thought they were getting beat by a guy who looks like Sean Connery and Zardoz.
Brothers McLeod. And his rapier's where it's at. His rapier's where it's at.
God, yeah, one of my players went invisible and managed to sneak up on him and tried to hit him, and then didn't roll high enough to hit his AC.
So you pretty much have to hit natural 20 to hit him.
At their level, they'd have to roll like an 18, 19, or 20 in order to land a hit at their level. But again, like, they felt like they were being punished, and I was like, you guys didn't do any research into who this is, right? Like, you could have asked around, tried to figure him out.
Right.
They just went in unprepared. Never mind that the entire crew of drow, they have guns. So I like a cat. Alright, you know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves like a cat.
I like never-ending daggers. Never-ending daggers. I like saying his rapier's where it's at, but it doesn't necessarily fit, like, style-wise. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, aristocrat.
I mean, he is an aristocrat, kind of. He's from a prominent drow family.
Never-ending daggers leaves his enemies lying flat.
Let's see.
I don't know. He claims to be a. Or did you mean mate? Claims to be a mate. Okay, mate.
Claims to be just a male, but he acts like an aristocrat. Oh, is that kind of like a drow thing?
Oh, I see. I think that's too deep.
Never-ending daggers and all the charm to match. Is that close enough to cat hat match?
I can't. I did like aristocrat though.
Aristocrat. All the charm to match.
We need one more syllable. Like never-ending daggers down and all the charm to match. No, that doesn't work. It has to be in that spot. Never-ending daggers down and all the charm to match. Like a 2-word. No, I get it, Garara. I just don't know if it fits. About the Drow Society in a verse.
Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. And the charisma to match.
Yeah. You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. That's fun. I like it. Now we.
It also makes it sound like he has endless charisma to go with his endless daggers.
Which apparently he does, right?
I mean, a dude sleeps with dragons, so you know he's got the charisma and the guts to go with.
Mm-hmm. And the charisma. Frank, I like that. Charisma is unmatched, but it might be a little tongue twistery. Never-ending daggers and his charisma's unmatched. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match.
Yeah, and never-ending daggers and charisma unmatched. I don't think it ties it as neatly as and the charisma to match, which refers back to the never-ending daggers, which means endless charisma.
Right.
I mean, the score only goes to 20 on this sheet, but really it could be higher. Actually, maybe it is higher. I should double check.
Can it go higher for like...
There's all kinds of ways to get it to go higher. It's just like typically it caps out.
Right, but like if you're a storm giant or something, I think your strength is like what, 25?
Yeah. Oh, he's only got a 19 charisma.
What?
12 strength, 22 dex, 14 con, 20 intellect, 16 wisdom, 19 charisma. That's some bullshit stats there. Oh, man.
Well, what? For our song's sake, he's got a 22 charisma. How about that?
At least 22, 24, something like that.
Okay.
Plus, he gets to his charisma as part of his AC. Like being suave is part of his defense. Oh man. Yeah, he wields a rapier +3 and carries a portable hole, a wand of web, and his hat has the feather of diatrima summoning. +3 armor, hat of disguise, bracer of flying daggers, cloak of invisibility, knave's eye patch, ring of truth telling. Man. Star Chaser's got a good point. In my opinion, Jarlaxle may think he has unlimited charisma, so it also works for him in the song. Yeah, one of his legendary actions is to move while not provoking opportunity attacks, which is. But then another one is to be able to just attack. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was fun to play as, but like he did not feel fair. Like just wrecked that party.
Did they survive?
They did. It wasn't. He wasn't trying to kill them, and it's also part of the book is that if the party does cross swords with Jarlaxle, that he's inclined to basically take everything they have and leave them naked in an alley somewhere in Waterdeep. In this case, if they had persisted, what he was going to do was he was going to strip them and chuck them overboard, where their druid was waiting as a giant octopus to pick them up. Take all their stuff. Anyways. Alright, you know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match.
It'd be great if we got 3 more lines like this, and then that got us to get to the chorus.
Okay.
You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. No more at rhyme. A couplet of 3 new lines that have a different rhyme. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be really good to keep describing him or his deeds before we get to the chorus to say who he is.
Okay. So, because the chorus is also describing him.
It is, but it's more describing like what could happen to you if you crossed him. Whereas this one, we're sort of saying, are there any more of his items or description that we could describe?
I mean, he's got tons of items. There's no shortage that we could use to describe. Because he just has so many of them.
His boots. His boots were made. What did someone say earlier? His boots were made for kicking.
His boots are made for kicking. Yeah.
His boots were made for kicking. Na, 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 na. Oh, what does he have? Boots of silence or something?
Yeah, he's got a pair of boots that can go silent. Although, actually, that's not listed in his 5e stuff. That's one of his book items.
We could just say his boots are made. His boots were made for kicking ass. What were his boots made for? I mean, that would be kind of funny, Sepley, if we threw that in there.
I love this first line that Chris Perkins wrote for the book. Well, presumably Chris Perkins, might not have been, but this one, I'm just going to put it down here. A flamboyant, swashbuckling drow iconoclast. Yeah.
He bald. He is bald.
Let's see.
Know about things like that. His boots were made for creeping. I like that.
boots were made for creeping. Okay. Well, let's start with that.
Okay.
Oh.
Boots are made for creeping. Down, na 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 na. Down, you know, some. Ooh, someone else said something way earlier about a dark alley. Do you remember that one?
No, I'm not remembering that one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Boots made for creeping down the corner. A sarcastic mouth makes others weeping. Oh, here we go. Garhar's saving the day. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. A wand that sticks you in your tracks and is one of many toys. There's seemingly no end to the tricks that he employs. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. He's got a wand that sticks you in your tracks. A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. There's seemingly no end to all the tricks that he employs. He's the secret. All right, let's try it.
Okay, let's do this.
What do you guys think? It kind of works. You know him from his eye patch. Actually, I'm going to even put some reverb on this right now.
Yeah, I'm going to mutiny.
You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. The one that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. There's seemingly no end to all the tricks that he employs. He's the secret Lord Luskan. In your side his thorn will thrust him. Better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool that trusts him. I dig it. There's seemingly no end to all the tricks that he employs. Can we add that? The all?
A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. That was a good one, Garwar.
It was good. All of our regulars are becoming really good songwriters with us.
Yeah, of course. This is the way.
I mean, I think we will say Jarlaxle at some point, maybe in the bridge. You're irregular. Well, aren't we all?
Well, if you're a regular, you should have more fiber.
Yeah, I can recommend a few.
Alrighty. Should we? I feel like we should mention him being a mercenary leader and Bregan D'aerthe and stuff in there somewhere. That seems to be the thing that the most recent versions of Jarlaxle tend to focus on.
You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. The wardrobe is in purple and it moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. Seemingly no end to all the tricks he employs. He's the Told me well to fool trust him. Yeah, we definitely need probably 6 more lines like that.
Okay.
Or at least 3. Manipulation, people through the use of his agents. Bregan D'aerthe, a criminal of the high seas and leader of his pirate thieves. You can't see my left hand. Oh, because he can't see what chords I'm doing because of where you put Jarlaxle.
Oh. Yeah, it's
really
true. It's true.
I'll just do this. It's B minor, E minor, B minor, E minor, 3, and then G, F sharp, and then the chorus is B minor and E minor 3 times, and then A major and F sharp major. Boom. There you go. Because we can't move Jarlaxle. There's really nowhere to put him.
It's true. Yeah, he's kind of...
You could put him directly in front of me.
I mean, I could make him a little smaller. Just this one time. Be like...
But you worked on that graphic for so long. You drew it yourself.
Totally did not draw it.
Is that a little bit better, Michael?
Nobody puts Jarlaxle in the corner except Dylan.
Except
I mean,
for
I
Dylan.
did. Yeah. I put him in that corner right there. That tiny little corner.
You were the DM of Jarlaxle.
He's a king of misdirection, the ruler of Bregan D'aerthe. I like he's a king of misdirection.
He's a king of misdirection. D'aerthe. Well, I mean, you know. He's a king of misdirection. Why don't we say he's the king of misdirection?
That sounds stronger.
Yeah, he's the king of misdirection. He's the da-da-da-da-da. Like, let's say he's something else, too. He's the king of misdirection. He's the duke of something, you know. He's the duke of trickery.
He's a drow
He's
iconoclast.
a drow iconoclast. He's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. He's a mercenary, no. He's a mercenary captain. No. What else rhymes with iconoclast? Oh, well, we could say something. He's a mercenary captain. He steals with charm and class. We can rhyme classed with class.
We can.
Last.
Or maybe it doesn't need to. Maybe this is 4 lines and we alternate. Actually, that's not going to work with the rest of it, is it?
No. It doesn't really fit with how we're doing it. But, let's see. His foe tied to the mast. That's pretty good. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. Why don't we save that for the next line? His resources are vast. So he's a mercenary captain. How about he's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast? Let's make that the last line.
With his foes tied to the mast is the last line?
Yes. It's kind of a cool... Huh? You got it. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. What I'm saying is take that from the second line and make it third. And so it's like, he's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And his resources are vast. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. You know, just because, like, that's like a cool... That should have its own little moment.
Well, what else is he other than an iconoclast?
Yeah, but it's alliteration. Garahar, it's it's figurative. It's fun. He's the leader. He's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. The leader of Bregan D'aerthe, and his voice sources are vast. Drow soldiers he commands, from swords to wizard blast. That's pretty good. Is he really a pirate? Is he? Are they saying he's not a pirate?
I mean, he's not really a pirate, I guess. This is kind of like, this is where my...
Maybe we...
He's a...
And his resources are vast. Can't commit to treason because he has no loyalties that last.
I just want to mention something that kind of ties to his wealth here, because he does have a lot of resources at this point.
Okay.
Like, even in Drow society, he had resources, which is unusual.
I have a pick in my guitar hole. In my sound hole.
Oh, I hear that. I hear it.
So
I hear
annoying. If anyone watches my request show on Wednesdays, this happens a lot. Get out! Get out!
He's a master of... And his resources are vast. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
It's a joke! I see you. I need like one of those grabbers. Oh well, I'll just let it sit in there. I know, right?
Alrighty, he's a master of strategy and his resources are vast. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast.
Remember Stratego?
Stratego?
It was like a board game from I don't
Oh God.
It was a board game called Stratego. I don't remember it. I just remember the commercial.
Super old, yeah. Well, not super old, but...
He's a master of Stratego.
Actually, no, it is super old. Yeah, it's older than I thought it was. I just looked it up.
How old is it?
1946.
Oh my God! Well,
1946 to present, it says.
The 70s or 80s, because I remember seeing TV ads for it. Maybe that was its last gasp.
It was created before 1942, but the name was registered as a trademark in 1942 by a Dutch company. Oh. Wow. Alrighty.
Huh?
Anyways, that was distracting.
Oh, yeah, sorry. All right, you just kept going.
Yeah. All right, next lines.
But we need strategy. We need like a 3-syllable word. He's a master of da-da-da, and his resources.
He's a master of strategy.
Mm.
Oh. Wow.
Stratego is a reduction of Napoleonomics.
He's a master manipulator and his resources vast.
But that's 4 syllables. No. How about he's a blank manipulator. He's a shrewd manipulator. He's a keen manipulator. He's a shrewd manipulator, and his resources are... Although, I mean, shrewd... What if we said he's a grand manipulator? Because
that would make him happier.
Yes. Well, only because we wanted to talk about his wealth a little bit.
Yeah.
So, grand manipulator. He's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. He's a grand manipulator, and his resources are vast. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. He's a master of disaster, and there's nothing to discuss.
He's a master.
He's a master of disaster, but I think there's still plenty to discuss. He's a master of disaster. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
He's a master.
I would change the second half though. I love he's a master of disaster, but. Lame the blame on an adversary.
I feel like we've covered the chaos and manipulation and stuff a lot already at this point. He's a master of disaster. Here, I got one for you.
Master of disaster, always willing to discuss. That's an interesting take. Oh. Master of disaster from Menzoberranzan. Oh.
Menzoberranzan.
And he's from Master of disaster from Menzoberranzan. Wait, how do you say
Menzoberranzan.
From Menzoberranzan. He's a master of disaster from Menzoberranzan. And I should know how to say it because I had to say it.
Yeah, I know.
Menzoberranzan. Menzoberranzan.
I'm like, ooh, if I could fit Menzoberranzan in here, I'm like, we're doing this.
Menzoberranzan. Is it Menzoberranzan or Menzoberranzan?
I mean, it's spelled Menzoberranzan. You know what? I have Eye of the Abyss here. I bet it has a pronunciation guide. Hold on a second.
I feel like I've had to say it in the game in Neverwinter.
It's one of the things I've actually really liked about a lot of 5e books. Oh, but it doesn't look like this one has it necessarily.
Google it.
Yeah, because a lot of the newer 5e books, it's just straight up, it's like, this is how you say this word. It's like, oh, okay. They probably got tired of people at cons asking them how to say things.
How do you say? Yeah. That's what I would do.
All right.
Yeah, it is Menzoberranzan. Because I think I had to even say it in the trailer for...
Menzoberranzan. According to the wiki.
I could probably
actually, you know what? Like, what's the? You were in the Neverwinter trailer. Winter. What was it called? That update? Do you remember?
Yes.
For Under. Was it just called Underdark? It's the one with Dritz.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm narrating the trailer.
Yeah. God, this will probably show up really loud on the stream, and I apologize in advance. But I'll just play it, and we can listen. Wait, actually, Jason, I don't know if you will hear it if I play it. I know the audience will hear it.
Well, if the audience will hear it, that's fine.
Okay. I think this is the trailer right here. Ooh, turn that volume down. Oh, boy.
Can you put it on the screen, too, or no?
I can't.
Thanks, Dr. Ranger.
Some doors can be closed.
Probably not, Gerhard. I mean, not every single
Some demons can't be slain.
song. Say it?
Waiting for it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Minds will bend. Some may break.
Doesn't sound like you're going to say it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I said it. But we could sing it. As long as we sing... the main thing I was worried about was, is it Zan or is it Zon? It seems like it's Zon.
I think it's Zon.
He's a master of disaster from Menzoberranzan. Na 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 na. So now we know we need an on rhyme.
Hmm. Wow, Jarlaxle speaks like 10 languages too. Although I guess if you're an elf, I mean you got time. But yeah, Menzo Baronzon. Disaster from Menzo Baronzon. Okay, we need two more lines here. What do we got?
Um,
30-minute warning. Well, we started a little bit late, Garwar, so we can run a little bit over.
yeah, we can go.
Yeah.
We were doing the off-season catch-up.
Yeah. Let's see. From Menzo Baronzon. Also, when I was watching the trailer just now, I didn't because I didn't play the Underdark update for Neverwinter. I didn't know that Orcus is like just resurrecting dead mind flayers for people to deal with. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like we just hit a little mini wall here, and we only need 2 lines.
We'll be all right. We'll get
We've been kind of going with the Hiza for all of this part.
Yeah, I mean, should we just keep Hiza?
Yeah.
Do the man, Hiza. What's happening, Pierre 13? Or Pear 13? Sorry, I thought it's a Pierre.
Pear 13. Hello, welcome. Glad you could join us.
We're working on a song.
Yeah. We've hit the lull where we're like, okay, we're getting close. We got a lot of it here. We're just kind of looking for a couple more lines to close out this part here before we go back into the chorus. And I can hear my daughter screaming in the background. Guess she's awake from her nap. Let's see. He's a master of disaster from Menzo Baronzon. Oh, I know what we should talk about here. We should, well, I mean, if we're mentioning that he's from Menzo Baronzon, like the fact that he has status despite being a male is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, maybe we could touch on that. He's the master of disaster.
Or he's
Keep a hand on your purse before it's gone could work for the third line, maybe. But we're kind of still describing him. But that could work. We could pull off the Hiza for the last 2 lines.
Yeah.
You know, battle.
Yeah, it's not working.
But we didn't use chaos yet, did we?
We haven't, no. And like the fact that he capitalizes on chaos is the reason that he's prominent in Menzo Baronzon. You know, the game of Underdark Thrones. Let's see.
In Game of Underdark Thrones, it's not you win or you die. It's just you die.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Let's see.
Puppet Master.
Is he involved in politics? He's very much involved in politics, actually.
And we're kinda
He's
seeing
involved
that
in politics everywhere. Like his goal in the Waterdeep Dragon Heist book is to legitimize Luskan and make it part of the Lord's Alliance. But with that, what he wants is wants access to the wealth that was stolen, and to basically give it to Laeral Silverhand and bribe Waterdeep into vouching for Luskan joining the Lord's Alliance. Like it's all a political machination for him. He's not trying to make money. Yeah. Well, maybe can let's play what we have up to this point and see if it triggers something.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, I like a male surpassed by none. Hold on. Garhar's got some stuff here.
I see that. I don't know about the third line, but I like the second line a lot.
Although I think we were looking for the on rhyme rather than the an rhyme. But maybe we can say something about con.
Pulls on threads of intrigue better than a matron can. Better than a drow matron.
Yeah. Master of disaster from Enzo Baronzon. He pulls on threads of intrigue better than a drow matron. Biggest con. I think biggest con could be the last rhyme too. Da-na-na-na-na, biggest con. He says he's just a businessman, but that's his biggest con.
Yep.
Pulls on threads of intrigue, better than a drow matron. Says he's just a businessman, but that's his biggest con. All right, yeah, let's try this. Let's see what we got so far, and then we might just need like a little bridge part, and then I think we got it.
F yeah.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. There's seemingly no end to all the tricks that he employs. He's the secret lord of Luskan. In your side his thought will be thrust in. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware and a fool that trusts him. He's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. He's a grand manipulator and his resources are vast. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. He's a master of disaster from Enzo Baronzon. He pulls on threads of intrigue better than a drow matron. He says he's just a businessman, but that's his biggest con. He's the secret lord of Luskan. In your side his thought will be thrust in. You better hope that you got a tough skin. So beware and a fool that trusts him. Yeah, we're almost there. Gerhard, maybe it'll be in your side. His sword will be thrusting.
Yeah, you don't fully say "will" when you sing it.
Yeah,
you say his sword will
be thrusting. I mean, it could be swordle.
Swordle. Sounds like a Pokemon.
A wild swordle appears.
Yeah. Swordle used thrusting. It was very effective. All right. Okay. Do we want a different structure for this last little bit? Because this is it, right? Like,
Yeah,
we're putting in something here,
we need a little bridge.
here, and then it's going to be choruses, which I can no longer spell, apparently, all of a sudden. If anybody is talented, or even better, an untalented artist, please sketch a picture of a swordle and post it to social for us.
Swordle!
Tag us. Yeah.
Yeah.
A wild
Adrios,
swordle
if you
appeared.
do it.
Yeah.
Make a swordle.
I mean, I can request like Georgia do it on our end, and I'm sure it'll probably look like it's actually a Pokemon from the book if she did it. But yeah, a wild swordle. God, I'm gonna be thinking about swordles all day now. Funny how you get distracted by some of those things.
Well,
Okay.
we better make it official.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think a Swordle familiar is the official familiar of Bardic Inspiration from here on out, and I'll see what I can do.
Someone can draw the Swordle. We'll like put him on the screen.
I picture it's like whatever it is. It's cute and it's got like a sword for a face. You know,
Well, I think it's a sword. I think it's
or it's just a sword.
with a face on it. So it's not like a sword for a face. It's like it's a sword, and like the hilt is like it has little arms on the end of the hilt, and the pommel is its base, and then it bounces around like a sword, and that's a swordle.
It's a wild Vorpal Swordle. Yeah. Somebody's letting us know this is not the first sword Pokemon. Well, I didn't know that. When I last looked at the list of Pokemon, there was like 150 of them.
I think there's like 500 now.
I think there's more than that. Yeah. I think they've been releasing steadily increasing numbers of Pokemon for quite some time.
There's probably 5,000 now.
Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm totally gonna. Yeah, I'll totally ask Georgia about that after.
We need a Swordle. All right, so let me think about a little little bridge section. Let's see. I mean, I don't know. I've definitely done that run before in my career. But hey, sometimes they just work. So basically 4 lines, if we can do it.
I'm having a hard time picturing how long they are.
It used to be 3. Let's make it 3 since how we did the verses are a little 3.
Okay.
So, the simple feathered hat. Is anything? That's good. That's good. Although we did mention his hat already.
Yeah, we unfortunately already talked about that.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good line. I don't want to.
Yeah.
And you know everybody that throws out lines and we don't use them, that doesn't mean that they're not good.
A lot of the time, we kind of just I'll bookmark them somewhere in our document and keep going back and seeing if there's ways to bring it back in and stuff. Like if I scroll back up, we still have notes from all kinds of things from chat all throughout this.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to throw out
Yeah.
ideas. Like,
So yeah.
There are no bad ideas, as they say.
Yeah.
And like these 3 lines could rhyme with each other, but they don't need to internally rhyme. You know, so it could be like. So just the last line of the 3 could rhyme.
So now at this point I'm thinking of the quote, "I am Jarlaxle, I have been everywhere." That's at the top of his list of quotes.
Yeah, we need to say Jarlaxle somewhere.
Yeah.
But this is about him. I don't want to make the bridge all of a sudden be him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If we're going to quote him, it's us saying that he said this.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Nothing rhymes with Jarlaxle, so we don't sing his name. He's been everywhere. Is he Johnny Cash? Yeah, I love that song, by the way.
I've been everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to do.
I wasn't really properly introduced to Johnny Cash until I was in my 20s working in kitchens and somebody put it on.
He was a genius.
It was awesome. Yeah. And like nothing but the most utmost respect artistically and as a human being for him going to prison and performing for the people there. You know?
Totally.
Was awesome. And the recording of that is awesome. You know,
and
like
here's the best part. So when he was performing at Folsom Prison, Merle Haggard was there in prison and was inspired by him and then became a huge country star himself.
awesome.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's a trip.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever met and chatted about it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. They collaborated a lot after that.
That's cool. Garwar says that Folsom Prison Blues is the first song he learned to play on guitar.
Yeah, and if you look it up, it says Merle Haggard's Too Good to Be True story about Johnny Cash. It really happened.
Huh. I love it when there's stuff like that. That's cool. I just remember in the film.
He was at San Quentin. So it wasn't at Folsom. He was an inmate at San Quentin, and Johnny Cash performed there for one of his prison concerts. And Merle Haggard was inspired and then became a country singer after.
Yeah. And like of Johnny Cash's records, the live album at the prison is one of the best ones by far, I think. There's an energy to it that you just haven't heard in anything else.
Definitely.
And I remember there's that part in the movie where they're like, don't do anything or say anything to remind them that they're in prison. And he's like, do you think that they forgot? Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of like he picks on the warden a bit just to get the guys on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
His name is Jarlaxle. He's been everywhere. His name is Jarlaxle. He's been.
That's almost too many syllables.
It
it's
is.
Like,
Yeah.
How do you say his last name?
Baenre.
Name is Jarlaxle Baenre. Anyway, you know something. His name is Jarlaxle Baenre. Baenre?
Baenre, yep.
His name is Jarlaxle Baenre. Na 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 na. Fade away. basically looking for 2 more way rhymes. And I think we got it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Everywhere.
Sortle. There probably already is a Sortle.
You know, there probably is. Let me Google search it.
Because we need a mascot. Gosh darn it.
No, there isn't. There isn't a Sortle. At least not spelled the way. Like there's there's a Sortle Bay, and Sortle Farm in the UK.
Garahar is killing our thunder. But where are we really singing this song?
Yeah.
We're singing it here in this realm.
Yeah, just because you contributed like half of the song already, you think you can edit this part?
Yeah,
Come on. Come on, Garwar.
Think you can just throw your weight around like that?
His name is Jarlaxle Baenre.
Don't make us ban you.
Did he say hashtag? Oh, that's it.
No, he didn't, but I'm thinking about it.
It's okay. Garwar doesn't know it yet, but we have a comic about him coming out later this week.
You should make Garwar a character in Vile Champions. It'd be awesome.
I wouldn't say that I'm against it. Alright, his name is Jarlaxle Baenre.
Hashtag Baenre.
Hashtag Baenre. Wow.
Yeah, his beard is his armor, exactly. He makes me look clean shaven. Oh, we've got so many great rhymes. Stay, stray. Stay. His name is Jarlaxle Baenre. We never like fully went with
Dylan can't ban me. I wouldn't push it too far, Jay. Just because you're logged into that account. Oh. Alrighty.
That makes sense, Star Chaser. That tracks. He'll make your blood spray. Oh, Erica's getting in.
He'll make your blood spray. That's harsh.
Babylon Ranger, that's not bad. Like a puppet, he'll make you sway, because we didn't talk about how he's a puppet master yet. We didn't use this.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned like Grand Manipulator, King of Misdirection.
But we never actually said puppet master.
Yeah.
Or puppeteer, you know?
How does one pronounce D'aerthe? It's D'aerthe. Yeah.
I mean, we do say master. Do we say master? Where?
I was going to put Master of Puppets because I like that phrase a lot. Master of Puppets.
Yeah, I mean, we do say Master of Disaster.
Master.
Master of Puppets. Well, that's Sanitarium. Same album.
Alrighty.
Twist your mind, smash your dreams.
A master puppeteer at play.
I added a lot to the list this week.
Master Puppeteer at play.
I don't know. It doesn't quite fit. There's Jarlaxle Baenre, Master Puppeteer play. But that could work. Master Puppeteer play. What, instead of saying master again, could we say an expert puppeteer at play or something, or just another word for mastery that's not master, since we already said it? The chaos puppeteer is here to stay. Yeah, a chaos puppeteer at play. No, that's good.
That might be too long. Chaos Puppeteer here to play.
That's good, Garth. Chaos Puppeteer. Okay. I think a chaos puppeteer at play sings better. It's like, name is Jarlaxle Baenre, chaos puppeteer at play. Yeah, now we just need one more A rhyme.
Who wants to write the last line? I feel like the word fade away would be a little cliche, but awesome way to end it. Nope. There you go. Chaos Puppeteer at play.
He'll never burn out, he'll never fade away. You will always make a getaway. That's pretty good, Blazer. The last verse is the CNE's website.
www.idlechampions.com. What? Let's see.
We're not that bad. Oops, hello, Nalier.
Let's see.
I mean, we could go super cheesy. We could go super cliche and go, he'll never burn out, he'll never fade away.
Yeah, but I'd rather not go that cheesy.
Right. I'm just going like we got 3 minutes. All right.
Well, we got 3 minutes until 3 p.m., yeah.
Cass really wants us to do it. We don't have to. His name is Jarlaxle Baenre, chaos puppeteer play. Takes what he wants, then fades away. Into the legend he will always stay. Takes what he wants, then fades away.
Yeah, this feels like a complete little mini narrative with his name, what he does, and what he does, like how he's good at what he does. Like his name is Jarlaxle Baenre.
I like it.
Chaos Puppeteer at play, takes what he wants and fades away. Yeah. And then
And I'll probably do the chorus twice because it's so sort of quick.
chorus X2.
Should we vote while his legend is here to stay? That's good too.
Should we vote for the next episode? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, while I'm playing the song.
I need to look at the list of what we've already done and who's left.
Fourth soldier on the right from Candlekeep.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Third priest on the left in... I don't know.
I mean, we've done Brunner and Caddy from the Companions of the Hall. The challenge is so many of them would be writing songs for characters that somebody is, like, some other creator has created in the most recent couple of years. Because a lot of our characters in our game, like, more than half of them are that. So that makes it challenging. So let's... I know, I have an idea. Okay, you while you're doing this, I will put something together. Muting.
You got an idea? Okay. No. Are you ready? Should probably record this myself to remind myself next week to get there. No. Okay, ready? Okay. Know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. There's seemingly no end to all the tricks that he employs. He's the secret lord of Luskan. In your side his thought will be thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. He's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. He's a grand manipulator and his resources are vast. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. He's a master of disaster from men's Baenre's on. He pulls on threads of intrigue better than a drow matron. He says he's just a businessman, but that's his biggest con. He's the biggest lord of Luskan. In your side is thought with thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. His name is Jarlaxle Baenre. Chaos puppeteer play. Takes what he wants, then fades away. He's the secret lord of Luskan. In your side is thought with thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. He's the secret lord of Luskan. In your side is thought with thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. That's it.
That's quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 minutes. Usually ours are like 3.5, something like that. But
Yeah, and a couple of them are way longer, too.
I could probably slow it down slightly because I was just like rushing through it.
Yeah. I think it did seem like a little bit higher tempo than I pictured it.
You want me to do it one more time?
We could try it, yeah. The poll is about to end, but...
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, let me do it one more time. A tiny bit slower. It'll be better for the clip, too, because I will keep losing breath.
Perfect.
I won't if I do it
All right.
slower.
Let's do it.
So it's like... And I didn't do the intro the way I wanted it to.
Perfect.
So, LOL, that poll. I know, right? Come on, there's way more people that can vote. I think you just click on it. Or can you only vote if you're on your computer? Dylan?
Sorry, I'd already muted myself. I think you have to be in a browser window to vote. I don't think the Twitch app will show the voting. But yeah, it looks like it's a tie, so I guess we're just going to pick which one we want to do out of the two, and then you guys won't get to know until next week. So there.
Or we'll flip a coin. All right, I'm going to try it one more time. A little bit slower. This is for the clip. You know him from his eye patch and his ostentatious hat. His wardrobe is in purple and he moves sly like a cat. Never-ending daggers and the charisma to match. His bracelets sometimes jangle and his boots make quite the noise. A wand that sticks you in your tracks is one of many toys. There's seemingly no end to all the tricks that he employs. He's the secret Lord of Luskan. In your side is totally thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. He's the king of misdirection. He's a drow iconoclast. He's a grand manipulator and his resources are vast. He's a mercenary captain with his foes tied to the mast. He's the master of disaster from Baenre's land. He pulls on threads of intrigue better than a drow matron. He says he's just a businessman, but that's his biggest con. He's the secret Lord of Luskan. In your side is probably thrusting. You better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. His name is Jarlaxle Baenre. Chaos puppeteer at play. Takes what he wants, then fades away. He's the secret Lord of Luskan. In your side, you start with thrusting. Better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him. He's the secret Lord of Luskan. In your side, you start with thrusting. Better hope that you've got a tough skin. So beware any fool who trusts him.
It was awesome.
Much better pace.
Yeah, yeah.
Although so now that's more like 244. But I realized I said Menzo Baron Zan instead of Menzo Baron Zan. So I'm sure people are going to come after me this week on the clip. But
No, that's good. That's good. They'll be like, excuse me, your pronunciation was off. Which is totally fine.
It was off. I apologize in advance. I'm sorry.
It happens. It's music. Yeah. How often do you say a word and make it sound like something else in order to make it fit better? So, whatever.
Dr. Ranger thinks faster's better. So, you can't please all the people all the time.
Garwar's like, I like it even slower.
Right. He's like, just slow it down. Hashtag slower.
Yeah. Oh. Anyways.
Hashtag slower.
Yeah. That actually brings us to the end of today's show. We are past the hour. We are at our time mark, and we need to already start getting ready for one of two possible songs for next week. Since everybody voted for a tie, I might just make you vote again. We'll see. Every episode, vote right away. Let's do this. We're picking something. Yeah. So unless something changes next week, we will do a song for either Hitch or for Dragonbait. Yeah, and we'll see which one we end up doing. Anyways, as always, my name is Dylan. With me today, the talent, Jason Charles Miller. thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. Jason, do you have anything going on that you want to talk to everybody about before we go?
Yeah, actually I do. I would love some love tomorrow night, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be on the front page of Twitch.
Oh, nice.
Quest show. So I do on Wednesdays. I do a show on my channel called Whatever You Want Wednesdays, and they're actually putting it on the front page. So
Nice. I need to add that to the note that we have every day, because I only mentioned Miller's Music Mondays on it.
Oh, I started Whatever You Want Wednesdays not too long ago. Actually, I think
Okay.
I started it over our break, so it doesn't. You didn't miss anything.
It's all good. I'm adding it now.
So I'm going to be on the front page for 2 hours, and it would be great to have some familiar faces or familiar names in chat. I would really love that, to see some names that I know, so that I feel like I'm not alone on the front page with people just being like, "Who's this?" Because I'm sure I'll be getting some of that. But that's okay. That's what happens when you're on the front page.
Alrighty, I'm gonna have to do some editing on this because I realize I'm already at the character count, but I will get it in there for next week. But yeah, everybody tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Pacific.
Tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific, 8 to 10.
Twitch.tv/Jason Charles Miller.
So yeah, I have a song list of I think almost 200 songs, including a lot of our Bardic inspiration songs. So come request a Bardic inspiration song, and I do it for tips, and I split the tips with my mods because I think they deserve to be paid.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what I got going on this week.
So if people request stuff like one of your songs from Cyberpunk, how do you are you doing that acoustically?
There are certain songs that just don't apply well acoustically.
Yeah,
because it's just me acoustic.
that's what that was gonna be my follow up question. I'm like, how do you do industrial music acoustically?
I'm trying to. Maybe I can link my song list just so you can see it. I'll link my song list in chat right now, or if you guys will give me permission to. Maybe I need to. Here, I'll give it to you, and then you can put it in chat.
Yeah, I can do that. Copy.
That's a link to my song list.
I should be able to post this. Yeah, that's actually on my list after this is getting you and all of our other show co-hosts admin on or mod on our chat so that you can actually post your links. Anyways, cool. Yeah, check that out tomorrow, everybody, because that'll be dope. And otherwise, we will see you here next Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific, for Bardic Inspiration. However, what's coming up next? Next is Evergreen Champions. Margaret has a solo stream tomorrow for Evergreen Champions, 10:30 a.m. Pacific on this channel. So come check it out. Anyways, thanks, everybody. Have a great afternoon.